Is it a mad idea that somebody like Blair, who has a lot of contacts on all sides of this, runs a non-profit organisation, is it a mad idea that in the short term he try and oversee things so that there can be a peaceful transition to a life beyond Hamas for the Palestinians that leads to ultimately, hopefully, a two-state solution?
Well, just real quickly on the last point, I mean, the Trump administration was told in advance of the Israeli attack on Qatar. They didn't do anything to stop it, just as they...
Well, apparently they were told once the attack was in play, and that did not give them any time to try and prevent anything.
It shows the level of disrespect and power dynamics that Israel and Netanyahu can treat Trump like their own personal cuck. And then transcripts from the Israeli military command show
Wait,
that...
and where is Benjamin Netanyahu today? Is
the
he
Israeli
in the
military... let me just say that Netanyahu is going to be able to drag the U.S. back into another war with Iran, just as he did before, knowing that he couldn't go in and finish a war that he started without the Trump administration going along and basically letting him escape. And most Americans don't want this. Charlie personally lobbied against this inside the White House.
Israel started the war with Iran?
American soldiers to fight and die for a crazy little apartheid state. But you have this dynamic where Miriam Adelson has contributed hundreds of millions of dollars to Donald Trump, paying for his campaign. This is an Israeli asset. And now, and this goes to the Tony Blair question that Pierce asked, Larry Ellison has contributed something like $300 million to the Tony Blair Institute. And they're going to use that to collect the data of people in Gaza who will be put in, as the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation said in its internal documents, biometric concentration camps after they're ethnically cleansed from the north. And all of these tech companies, I don't know, Katie, if Elon will be involved in this, but they will come in and reap massive contracts from this Holocaust, and Tony Blair will be shepherding in those contracts as he did in the occupied West Bank as a so-called peace negotiator. This is Tony Blair's real role. And what is Larry Ellison doing in the United States? He's buying Paramount to do a propaganda film, to do propaganda films for Israel. His son is buying CBS, and they'll put Barry Weiss as editor-in-chief. This is the takeover that Netanyahu outlined in the meeting with Deborah Leah and these other influencers that they're seeking to buy and control because they've lost the propaganda war. So it is an 8-front war, and Donald Trump is under, as Tucker Carlson's sources said, Netanyahu's thumb. This is the worst foreign meddling that we have ever witnessed. I agree with Alan that Russiagate was a hoax. This is the real foreign meddling scandal. It's Israelgate.
All right, Alan, your response to that and to the Tony Blair report.
Well, I like the idea of Tony Blair. He's not perfect, but he has a lot of credibility. He did a great job in Northern Ireland, and I think he may be the least worst solution. But I cannot avoid commenting about Max. I mean, basically, what he has said about, Jews controlling this sounds like it could have been part of the protocols of the elders.
I didn't say Jews.
He talks about Ellison. Ellison is not Israeli.
You just insinuated.
He's a Jew.
No, I said Zionists.
He talks about
Israel
Miriam
like
Adelson,
yourselves.
who's an American. Yeah, I'm not an Israel
firster.
firster. I'm an American firster.
You've dedicated your career to defending Israel.
Believes
when you're not defending
democracy.
Jeffrey Epstein, you're defending Israel.
There is no country in the world that is less apartheid than Israel. It has black ministers. It has Arab justices of the Supreme Court. Every Middle East country prohibits Jews from living there, buying property. In Israel, Arabs are absolutely equal. Israel is not guilty of apartheid, is not guilty of genocide. Max is essentially a Holocaust denier, because when he talks about things like the final solution,
you're a Holocaust supporter,
and genocide, what he's saying is that these things didn't happen in Nazi Germany. The idea of Jewish children being walked into the gas chambers,
they did happen in Nazi Germany, and they're happening again.
That's a Holocaust,
for a new ethno-supremacist
but that isn't happening. That isn't happening in Israel.
And when you compare the two, is carrying out a Holocaust in broad
let
daylight.
me finish, please. Stop interrupting me. Stop interrupting.
Well, you called me a Holocaust denier.
Self-defense, you are. When you call self-defense Holocaust,
you're a Holocaust supporter.
When you confuse trying to kill terrorists with genocide, you are a Holocaust minimizer and a Holocaust denier. So let's be very clear about that. What Israel's
how does that
doing
make
is what the
sense?
United
No,
States
I got to
would
say,
do
Alan,
and
I
has
think,
done.
Alan, I think that
How does that make any sense?
I don't think that is anything that Max has said. So I think it's a wrong thing to say.
What he said is he's minimized the Holocaust by comparing
Benjamin Netanyahu is a
to what's
Holocaust
going on in
minimizer.
Gaza.
Benjamin Netanyahu, your friend, blamed the Holocaust on Palestinians. Benjamin Netanyahu literally blamed the Holocaust of Jews in Europe on Palestinians.
Let's not all talk over each other.
Just like Jeffrey Epstein was your friend.